Welcome to the George's FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss the West Coast versus Fremantle practice game that happened last night. And if you're an overreactor like me, that was not a good game to watch because I made too many changes to the team after watching that game. That being said, I'm sort of just playing with the team a little bit. I'm not like full serious. With the one I've got up right now, I've had Young in all preseason, have Harley Reid all preseason, took them out. I had Andy all preseason, took him out. Andy will stay out, but Reid and Young probably come back in. But just for now, just playing with it. So yeah, last night was a pretty important game, and we'll get to FYFE as well. Just a lot of got to keep in mind practice games are sort of pretend games really, but we're looking at the roles of players, and there's certain roles I was not happy with. Mostly Andy, and whether that's real or not, that's the hard part, finding out what's actually real and what's not. And I think Andy wing time is probably going to be real, and I'll explain why soon. So yeah, this is current team setup. I dropped Zach Williams for now. I just think just at the moment I'm not convinced he's there round one. If he is named round one, I'll have to pick him. I'll feel like I have to pick him, so he'll come back straight in, or he'll come straight back in. Yeah, just at this stage, it's less than 2 weeks for round 0, and they're talking about maybe playing him in practice games, which is a bit of a concern. That says to me that they're not sure he'll be ready for round 1 or round 0. So you would think 13 and a half months now with Zach Williams that he would be ready to play some sort of time, but I don't know, not ready yet apparently. So that's a watch, but yeah, if he's named round 1, I feel like, yeah, got to pick him. So that's that. And yeah, I think we'll start off with West Coast. Freo is way more interesting, but there's a little bit going on at West Coast. So in the defense, was just out of curiosity, we're kind of seeing, you know, no more, what's his name? Hearn, no more Shannon Hearn rather. Who's going to get those kickouts? Who's going to be the key distributor of halfback? Is it Witherden? Is it like Hoff going to get more time back there? Like Duggan? I don't know. So it looked like Jaden Hunt was like the main person back there taking kick-ins and stuff. There's a bit much going on there, so I wouldn't go there, but just maybe one for draft. You can maybe bump him up your ranks. But yeah, I don't think we'll see a viable West Coast defender like that I can pick with confidence this year. So I'm out on West Coast defenders. One player that is a defender but is playing midfield is Elliot Yeo. And my report on Yeo was I wasn't really impressed. I thought he got better as the game went on, which was coincidentally when Freo started taking their key players off, like Sarong, Fife and Young all came off. So I was not really impressed with Yeo in the first half. It depends what you wanted to see as well. Like for me, I didn't have an open mind with Elliot Yeo. I don't care for the pick, so I was just thought like there's nothing Yeo could do at that price with the options we have in defense, in the premium options rather. There's nothing that could have swayed me with that pick. So he was always a no, but if you just wanted to see him get through the game and the role there, it's a tick. I didn't think he played that great, but he doesn't really need to. It's a practice game. So yes, first half I thought was a bit quieter, second half was better. So that's all I've got to say on Yeo. I don't think, if you were a no on Yeo, you're still a no. If you were a yes on Yeo, you're probably still a yes. So that's Yeo. Harley Reid, yeah, it looks pretty silly to take him out. That was an awful game from him. We're talking because with Reid, we have to remember it's all about this year for Reid, not what the future holds for Reid. Clearly we'll have a very bright future, and once the endurance gets up, he'll be good, but played a bit down back, played a bit in the centre bounces, and I thought was quite poor in both. Had a few poor moments as well. I tried to fend off, didn't come off. A few poor kicks out of defence, but did look to take the game on, which was good at times. So there were some glimpses there. It is a practice game, so we need another look at Reid, but is Harley Reid a lock? If you asked me a week ago, I would have said yes. If you asked me today, I would say I'm not sure. So we'll keep an eye on that with Harley Reid for next game. So I basically put FYFE in for Reid, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, he's not really the, obviously we know this, but he's not the Sheasel Dacos high accumulator mold. He's more impact, sort of like think of Petrarca and Dangerfield in their early years, where they just didn't look anywhere near ready for, yeah, their endurance was not quite at the level. So that's something that we'll monitor going forward. These ads are so annoying. I'm just going to turn them off, but stop seeing this ad. It was not interested. Yeah. He scored 26 fantasy apparently. I'm sure he'll average much better than that. So he did take a kick in, so kick in's kind of nice. He's a watch for me, and if Sean Mannor's not named on field, and we might not know as well, but yeah, I'd like to field Sean Mannor and then get through with best 18s and stuff, but I can't field Darcy Wilson at F6 at GMHBA and stuff like that. So that's sort of that F6 position we're kind of flirting with danger. Even Sexton Lazaro not exactly super safe, but that's something we'll figure out. But yeah, we'll have a look at REID again, but don't take REID out. Don't be an idiot like me and take out the number 1 pick. Just kind of wanted to play with it. So that's Harley Reid. Not a good cross for that game, but we'll see. Why do these ads pop up? They are so annoying. Anyway, we'll move on to Fremantle. Quick one I'll get out of the way is Luke Ryan copped a really bad knee to like the kidney sort of area. Not sure it was a kidney, but I think they suggested that on the telecast. Apparently he couldn't, this is a big footy post, apparently he couldn't, the doctor didn't give him the clear to drive home due to the injury. So that's just a flag there, what implications that might have on like a Jordan Clark or a Hayden Young, for example, but that's just whatever. Caleb Sarong, I can't see him leaving many centre bounces. I think he'll be the number 1 CBA mid for Fremantle. Looks like a good option. Is probably the tag target, which could happen at times, but I don't think that will happen often enough. So if you're interested in Sarong, that's a big tick. Does Fife or Hayden Young going in the midfield affect Sarong? I'm not sure. I don't have Sarong, but I'm certainly not against it. Now, Andy Brayshaw, this is a problem because Jeremy Sharp was a late out with illness, and Brayshaw spent a fair bit of time on the wing. I'm not talking a few rotations. I didn't count how many, but it would have been a fair bit of time on the wing. And you look at Fife. I suppose Fife ties into this. Fife, we'll get to Fife in a second actually, but I think Fife will get more CBAs than I anticipated. Obviously the body and stuff like that, but we'll get to that in a sec. But there's a lot of names that can go through there. Could they use Erasmus or Brody as a sub? I could see that happening. I think O'Meara rotated on the wing, Johnson rotated on the wing, O'Driscoll rotated on the wing, Andy was there. So when Sharp comes back, does Andy go back inside more? There's just a squeeze in the midfield, and the fact that they showed Andy playing on the wing is just too much of a red flag for me. And I think it'll be more centre bounces than wing, but if they get mid-game injuries to the wing or something, or they need to shuffle things around, he'll definitely rotate on the wing, whereas I'm not even sure he did much at all last year. So it's a concern that he might not, or it seems like he won't maintain the high CBAs that he did last year with the additions of Young and Fife into a permanent midfield role. So I'm out on Andy. It's just wing time. He looked good. He looked great. He can score off the wing, not too bad, but not as much as when he gets CBAs. So he's out for me. I could see him going around the 107, 108 mark if the CBAs drop 10-15%. So it's a no for me for Andy, but yeah, was my best trade in last year and enjoyed owning him. Hayden Young, he spent some time down back. I don't know if that's real or not. I think they were trying to they gave Brody a bit of time in the midfield. They gave Erasmus in the second half a lot of time in the midfield. I think Young will be mostly on ball. I'm not too worried about the halfback time. I do wonder what the scoring looks like with, how does Fife eat into the scoring of Sarong, Andy, and Young? That is a slight concern. I don't think that there was not enough there to take Young out. I just took him out because I wanted to try it out and put Sicily there instead. But there's a high chance I start with Hayden Young, and I think he's a good pick still. But didn't love that halfback time. So I guess if Ryan's out early, could you see Young go down back? I'm not sure. Potentially. Something we'll monitor for next game. With Freo, I really would love to see a dress rehearsal of what the CBAs actually are, because right now I'm a little bit confused. I think it'll be Sarong 1. I reckon it'll be Young 2, and then it might be 5-3, Brayshaw 4. But hopefully we get a better read on that for next practice game. One who really impressed me was Jordan Clark. I did like his game a lot of halfback. I'm not sure whether this performance was bait or not with Jordan Clark, but there was an article the other day, and I'm a sucker for preseason articles, about Caleb Sarong spoke about Jordan Clark taking that next step, becoming more of a leader and a general down back. And he looked good. He was pushing up the ground high. He was intercepting. He was, quite a few marks as well. And his scoring did go up with Young when Young moved out of the midfield. When Young moved out of defense late last year. Again, it was against West Coast, and yeah, it's a practice game, which outside players love. I was impressed with him. Probably one you bump up your draft and consider for maybe fantasy. SuperCoach, no, not for 460. They've still got Young will take Ryan will take kick-ins. James Aisha's there, he'll take kick-ins, and then it's Jordan Clark as well. So they're all kind of sharing. So that should cap Jordan Clark's ceiling. So he's passed for me, but I was impressed. And I know a few people are sort of interested in that pick, and I can see why, so that was good. And then finally is, actually second to last, is Nat FYFE. I have to put my hand up here and say wrong on this one. The risks still remain with FYFE. Is he going to get through full games every week? What does the CBA split look like? So it looks like it's going to be a decent bit of time in the midfield. So yeah, the risks still remain with him, but at his price and given the forward line, I think it's too much risk to go without, just the way he played. And I think the eye test last year for me, I thought he looked terrible. I thought he was cooked. This year, he looked outstanding. So, big fan of FYFE. Actually, I'll just say that automatically, but I'm a fan of the FYFE pick this year, and I've been converted. I know I've been giving it to JD about the FYFE and Yo picks, but with FYFE, just put your hand up and bite the bullet, and I think you got to pick him. Played outstanding and played. This is what people are saying on Twitter. He played smart, and I agree with that. Just wasn't really needing to accelerate or anything like that, or really get massively physical. Used his knowledge, I suppose, being able to position himself correctly and sort of brace for a hit and then release the handball and draw a play and stuff like that. Was like his contested work was outstanding. I thought that side of his game was just diminished, but again, it was against West Coast. But I think that can hold up against better teams when you have a really, really strong contested game. So he's going to be actually important for them, because I was of the view that just he's cooked. Play Erasmus, play Johnson. That's the future. Give them a chance, but he's might have a bit more in the tank. And Justin Longmuir did say this is the most amount of preseason he's done for about 5 years. So that's a positive. It probably is still a time bomb. You've got to remember he's had 25 surgeries. He's had so many injuries over his career. So that needs to be at the back of our mind. But I think you just ride it, and hopefully he can provide a spike score for us, because he looks capable. But did only play the half, but he just looked too good to pass up. So pass the eye test. For me, so that's him. Then a few cheaper ones. Erasmus played the second half, CBA mid, played okay. I paid probably less attention after the fourth quarter, and then when the reserves came on, but he looked okay. Opportunity's not going to be there though. I just can't see it in the prime role with all the mids that they have. And a rookie, Tom Emmett, started well, kicked a few goals, looked might be in Sam Sturt's role. So looked okay. I wouldn't pay 180 for him, but I think his job security should be okay. I think he's done enough to take that spot. So that's it from me. Quick one today, and then don't change your team like me. Don't be an idiot. So we'll monitor REID and Young obviously, but not sure on the the mid split for Young. If it's, you know, he's trained midfield the whole year, so he should be mid. And then Harley Reid's far better than the performance he dished up, so we'll see that. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.